The Christmas Cookie Sprinkle Snitcher by Robert Krause. In a neat little village, all covered with snow, sleep apple-cheeked children, their hearts all aglow, dreaming of morning when they will awake, hungry for cookies their mothers will bake. But high in the sky, while the children all dream, the Christmas Cookie Sprinkle Snitcher flies, teeth all agleam. Look at those big old teeth. What kind of animal is this? A human? A bird? He lands with a bump. Then quick as a wink, he's into the pantry, snitching a sprink. With a toss of his head and a lick of his chops, into his mouth cookie sprinkles he pops. He's eating all of the Christmas cookie sprinkles. All the rest of the sprinks he pours in his sack, then tosses his sprinkle sack onto his back. Each villager's house he de-sprinkles with glee. The more sprinkles I snitch, the more sprinkles for me. His sack soon bulging with sprinkles galore. So his pockets he fills, then he de-sprinkles the store. So his sack was too full, so he started putting it in his pockets, and then he takes all the sprinkles from the store too? At midnight's last stroke, the village is bare. Not one unsnitched sprinkle is there anywhere. Happy at last that he snitched all the sprinks, the snitcher flies home. Do you notice anything happening in this picture? Uh-oh, I don't think he sees it. The snitcher flies home to catch 40 winks. That means when you're winking, it kind of means that you're sleeping. It's a little bit of a play on words to say, like you're winking your eye, you're closing your eye. Next morning at dawn, all the children awake, eager for cookies their mothers will bake. The mothers sing carols and roll out the dough, cutting out cookies row upon row. Look at all that dough that they're cutting, making all the cookies. I don't think they know yet. Did anybody notice that huge bunk bed? Oh my goodness. Cookie reindeer, cookie stars, cookie Santas, cookie cars, cookies round, cookies square, Christmas cookies everywhere. Cookies placed in baking trays to celebrate the holidays. This is so funny. Then the mothers reach for sprinkles. Every mother's cupboard's bare. Not one single solitary cookie sprinkle anywhere. Look at, they're looking everywhere for sprinkles. Even the cat is looking under the floor. And Christmas cookies without sprinkles are like raisins without wrinkles. And like sleigh bells without tinkles are Christmas cookies without sprinkles. All the children start to cry. Not one child has one dry eye. Moms start crying, so do pops. Granny telephones the cops. Look at all their tears splashing on each other. And the one kid has an umbrella. Even the cat and the mouse are crying. The chief of police says with a sob, "The Christmas Cookie Sprinkle Snitchers pulled this job." He got superpowers. He's some sort of mystic. I'll never catch him. Let's be realistic. But a plucky kid named Little Nat knew in a flash that he had to act fast, or Christmas cookie baking time would soon be past. Nat dried both his eyes and bundled up tight. "I'll bring back the sprinkles," he vowed, "before midnight." Though the snitcher was gone, he'd left a trail of dropped cookie sprinkles. Nat said, "I'll not fail. The trail of snitch sprinkles on this cobblestone street will lead me, I'm sure, to the snitcher's retreat." Do you remember that the snitcher had that hole in his bag? Yes, he's going to be able to follow all the sprinkles and catch them. Oh my, look at the trail of sprinkles everywhere. Through backyards and alleys piled high with debris, the sprinkle trail wound on, endlessly. Through snow-covered woods, on ice floes in rivers. Poor Nat got the shakes. Poor Nat got the shivers. Nat's knees were cold. Nat's feet were sore. But he made it on courage to the snitcher's front door. At the door, Nat did rap. At the door, Nat did tap. That means he's knocking on the door. Nat kept rapping. Nat kept tapping. The sprinkle snitcher just kept napping. The snitcher at last awoke with a snore, leapt to his feet and flung open the door. Nat fell on his face. The snitcher said, "Pardon the looks of the place. I've been out snitching sprinkles. It's my Christmas fun, and that's why my house cleaning hasn't been done." "Your Christmas fun, Snitcher," Little Nat said, "has driven the whole village out of its head. For Christmas cookies without sprinkles are like raisins without wrinkles. And like sleigh bells without tinkles are Christmas cookies without sprinkles. I didn't mean to spoil no one's Christmas fun. I'm ashamed," sobbed the snitcher. "Ashamed what I've done." "Don't cry, Snitch," said Nat. "There's no time to moan. And please, may I use your telephone?" "Sure," sobbed the snitcher. "You certainly can." So Nat called his mother and outlined his plan. "Now dry your eyes, Snitcher," Little Nat said. "Pack up your sprinkles. Our work lies ahead." Do you see that old-fashioned telephone that he's talking on? Very cool. Out through the door and into the air, back to the village flew the curious pair. There they are, still dropping all those sprinkles. As they circled on high, Nat looked below and saw all the villagers' faces aglow. This is my favorite part. Each village woman, child, and man with unsprinkled cookies unbaked in a pan. Then sprinkles swirled down like new fallen snow, making beautiful patterns on cookies below. Imagine if it was like snowing sprinkles. And Christmas cookies all had sprinkles, just like raisins all had wrinkles, and like sleigh bells all had tinkles. Christmas cookies all had sprinkles. "You've taught me a lesson, Little Nat," said the Snitcher. "Though I haven't a sprinkle, I've never been richer. I know now that Christmas is not being greedy. Christmas is spreading sprinks to the needy." Oh.